Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boy, your homegirl Joy Reid on MSNBC. You know, she has been real sassy, going off on Trump and all the Republicans. And yeah, they finally went on ahead and gave Joy Reid her walking papers, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't reassign her. They didn't give her, maybe to a panel show, nothing. They got rid of old Joy. So let's go ahead on and get into this. Joy Reid, as you can see, this is her fellow journalist at the LA Times talking about how she got canceled in a programming shakeup at MSNBC. Now, they say Joy Reid, they say she was the most outspoken host on the progressive news channel MSNBC, leaving the network, who signed a new contract with the Comcast on channel last year. So she just renewed last year, and say we'll have her final show this week, according to two people familiar with the plans who are now authorized to comment publicly. Say MSNBC representative declined comment on Reid's status. Now Reid, she's 56, said occasion made Comcast executives uncomfortable with her harsh critiques of President Trump and his supporters. Now, I'm going to tell you why. No matter what, if they are left-wing progressive, they are still them folks. That's their community. And they don't like no person, whether she's an immigrant or not, speaking down on their people. You better believe something. Those so-called Democrats and Republicans, they are the same. And they don't like to see Joy, even though she's not FBA, she's an immigrant, still talking about them people, right? They didn't like that mess, but let's continue. Say her exit would be seen as another example of TV news divisions reining in journalists and commentators who are viewed as hostile to the Trump administration. And say CNN effectively pushed out daytime anchor Jim Acosta, who is notoriously tough on Trump. By offering him a midnight shift, he chose to leave instead. Reid joined MSNBC, they say, as a daytime host in 2014 and took over the 7 p.m. Eastern time slot with the readout in 2020. They her departure is the first major move under new MSNBC president Rebecca Cutler. Now, Cutler is leading MSNBC as it becomes part of a new spinoff company made up of Comcast cable channels. She succeeded Rashida Jones, who left the network last month. Now, she didn't leave. She was pushed out. Now, Reid's hour will be filled with a trio of hosts, Michael Steele, Simone Sanders Townsend, and Alicia Mendez. And they say they have appeared together in MSNBC program The Weekend, which debuted January 2024. Now, Cutler developed The Weekend while serving as executive vice president of MSNBC. She also plans to expand the daily presence of former Biden White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, whose program currently airs on Sunday and Monday. Now, they're talking about Psaki can take over the 9 p.m. Eastern time slot on nights when MSNBC stars host Rachel Maddow is off. It's Alex Wagner, who served in that role, is being pulled off the schedule, but will remain with MSNBC as a correspondent. So they didn't even let Joy be a correspondent. They said, Joy, you got to go. Now, of course, Rachel Maddow is she has a special position with them people. She's going to be doing her nightly show, but then after the first 100 days, she'll go back to working once a week. Let's say once Reid leaves the network, we'll have to deal with the wrath of her fans and the left-leaning followers of MSNBC. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Okay. Now, we've been talking about this for a very long time, but with Joy, Don Lemon, and all them other ones, listen, let me go with their argument right now, right? I remember CNN when I was a kid, and I didn't see none of the anchors do what they do today, right? These people on the cable networks want to do what we do, and you can't do what we do because you're on network television. And you being on network television, you're there to report the news, to talk about it. That's it. They don't want to hear you. They don't want to hear you talking about the president, the vice president. They don't want to hear the sass. They don't want to hear whatever. They want a bunch of yes men and yes women working there. Now, the reason why they allowed them to do that, Joy included, is because they were competing with us. You have to understand, we are their competition, bottom line. And they were seeing how people was turning off of the cable news and listening to people like myself and many others. They saw that. So they allowed Joy and Don Lemon and all the other ones to run off at the mouth and talk crap and all of that. They allowed them to do that, right? But now since this new administration is in there, these people are going to tap dance whatever the new administration want to do. Let's call it what it is. Same thing when Biden was in there. They're going to tap dance what Biden wanted to do, right? That's why you don't want to work with them kind of people. Now, let's talk about Joy. Joy was making $3 million a year. Hopefully, Joy didn't overextend her money. Hopefully, Joy bought a home, paid it off, got some cars, paid it off, whatever the case may be, and she was stacking her bread. Hopefully, Joy was doing that. Joy been with that network, like I say, since 2014. So Joy been there about 11 years at that network, and they let her go. Now, Joy, let me tell you something. As you finish crying and licking your wounds, you can either do one or two. You probably want to call your buddy Don Lemon. He trying to bounce back, Don. But see, this is the deal. She just signed a contract, they said last year, so they got to pay her out her contract. So whatever her dollar amount is, they got to pay her out. She gonna get that money, right? Cool. So what you gonna do, Joy? You gonna just chill at the house and ride into the sunset? Or you gonna come out here to the chitlin circuit with the rest of us and see if you could come out and do your thing, right? I'm pretty sure she may start a podcast. I don't think Joy is you're not going to hear from her no more. It would be kind of hard to believe you wouldn't hear from her no more, definitely being outspoken as she is. But it's not as easy as talking about doing things on your own versus having the network and having all the editors and having elaborate studios. Now, Joy made enough money to build her a nice studio in her house. She ain't got to go outside her house, right? Your buddies you knew from over there, why don't you call them? Set you up a studio, whatever. Can you still do your thing, Joy? I mean, it is what it is, right? But we all knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. We knew when Kamala lost. Now, if Kamala would have won, Joy would have been all right. Joy would have been just fine. Maybe she can also get with her buddy Boulay Martin. I don't know, and talk with him, right? But it's not as easy on the chitlin circuit as people think it is. It is very hard here in the chitlin circuit. It is. You got to learn how to separate yourself from the crowd. You can't be like everybody else. But, like I said, I'm not laughing at Joy, even though I knew this was coming. 'Cause I don't laugh at nobody if they lose their job or something bad happen to people. I just don't get in that habit or that business to do so. That's not what I do. But Joy, this is the thing. For a long time, Joy, you was being used as a tool to speak against Black Americans. You didn't support us in the things that we were talking about. You was all Democrat. No different than your buddy Jasmine Crockett and all the other ones. You just pro-Democrat. And the Democrats have left all you black folks high and dry. They ain't protecting you. It is what it is. The Democrats not even worrying with y'all. So maybe, Joy, if you get some sort of religion and understand you need to get with the program, and you know what the program is. Nobody got to tell you. You know what the temperature is. Nobody got to tell you anything, Joy. Maybe if you get with the program, Joy, and try to reinvent yourself and come on back, it may be a lot better for you, Joy. But if you want to still continue this same old you're doing, it's not going to work. That's not the temperature where people are at right now. Now, maybe you can go join Native Land Pod with your girl Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross over there. Maybe you can go join them. Like I said, that may be a good place for you. Native Land Pod, right? That may be a great place for you. That's all your same ilk, and then y'all can all complain together, right? But it's all this is just interesting. But they did the same thing before, because I remember when Melissa Harris Perry lost her gig. They be cutting the black folks real quick. But see, this is why. Listen to me, Joy. If you see this, Joy, this is why I never wanted a position like yours. You get comfortable. You're making millions of dollars a year, Joy, and they just snatch it from you. And you didn't do nothing wrong, because if you did something wrong, you'd have been written up and been fired a long time ago, or they would have not renewed your recent contract. So I know you didn't do nothing outside of what they didn't want you to do, Joy. But see, Joy, that's how they get down. And I knew this. This is why I never wanted to pursue no TV in the United States of America. If I'm going to do something with TV, I'd rather do it in the African continent, because at least in the African continent, I have more opportunity to do it over there. I'm not playing that game here in America. I just refuse to. Now, if somebody bring me on, okay, but I'm not pursuing it. Because I'm not tap dancing, playing no games, and I'm not selling my people out to get on no doggone TV with these people. Either I do it through my own merits or what works better for me, or I just don't do it at all. You feel me? And doing things on my own, how I've been doing it, I'm more free to do what I want to do. And at least if I get to the point we're making with your salary, at least we'll be free doing it. We wouldn't have to tap dance, and we wouldn't have to worry about them yanking the rug from underneath us because a new administration is in there. I would want to live like that. I would want my bills messed up like that, right? So let's see what happens with Joy. Let's see. But yeah, they gonna all that mouth, she was having by Trump and the Republicans. I'm gonna tell all you black Democrats something. No matter what you think about them little Democrats you're hanging around, them Republicans, Trump and all of them, they still white. That's their people. That's their community. And listen, just like how we feel, we say, hey, wait here, hold on. I can talk about other black people, right? I can do it, but you not. They feel the same way about us. They can talk all day about how bad Trump is. But when we come in the room doing it, they feel the exact same way. Oh, no. I could talk about Trump, but you're not doing it. They feel the exact same way. So, and you have to understand, it's their network. So you have to think about who you're working for. Yeah, they may let you get away with it a little bit, but who you working for? This is why our ancestors, of course, I know FBA is not your ancestry, Joy. I know it's not. But my FBA ancestors made a way, an opportunity for FBAs for sure to own our own stuff, do for self. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us forever to do for self, right? That's what he pushed. That's what he taught. The Nation of Islam pushed that, taught that, and they still teach that all day long. Why you need to do things for yourself. So you don't have to tiptoe and around certain things, right? Now, like these platforms that we all own, we know who own these platforms, so we got to follow their rules. But it's why we are building up every day our AD&C app. And if you want to join the AD&C app, take advantage. We only got a few days left on the Black History Month promo, 20% off the annual. Just go ahead, download the app. Create account, select annual, and use BH month 20, and you'll get 20% off the annual subscription. Take advantage of that. But we're building up our own app because one day they can say on these platforms, hey, we don't want y'all here no more. Okay, we're not going to worry because while we on these platforms, we're building up our own. See that, Joy? That's what you do. You build your own. That way, if they ever say, okay, you got to go, then your audience is already there already. So you didn't build yourself up. You understand? But that's just what it is. Because like I said, that's why we got our app, because we just don't want to be at the mercy of others that can just take things away from us. We just didn't want to do that because I've seen that happen to too many people on this platform or many other platforms, right? But yeah, let's see what Joy do. And she'd be all right. Joy be all right. She, like Don Lemon was all right. I seen him streaming today on TikTok. It'd be all right. They ain't got that platform that they had to talk. But this is the transition the problem they have. They don't know how to transition from network TV to this. They can do it, but they just don't know how to transition. They don't know how to get out of that network TV space and actually moving with the people. Because you got to move the people when you do this. It's not like network TV. Because network TV is propaganda. This, either you move with the people or you get left behind.